Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and we're going to get in this box today. I know you guys have already read the title, so you know what's in there. But Brian and Nick have been on me about this particular knife because, well, it's a slip joint, as you know, and they've really been wanting me to get it out and use it and see it, so we've got to get it unboxed. So let's see what we got here. Oh. Alright, so there we go. We've got the little card from Three Rivers Manufacturing up in Massachusetts. And there's their warranty if you want to do a pause and read on it. And we got some Loctite in here. Let's read that real quick. If your pivot loosens, put a dab of Loctite inside the pivot, not on the screw. Thanks, TRM team. TRM's Three Rivers Manufacturing. So looks like we got some blue Loctite in there, and they even sent a toothpick to get it down in that hole. What a deal. Thinking about you. And that's part of the deal here. Three Rivers Manufacturing manufactures what's in this little pouch all here in the U.S. They machine everything here in the U.S. They do all the finish work. They're using, as we'll see in a minute, they're using U.S. steel. So this is entirely a U.S.-made knife as far as I know. So let's get in our little puffy pouch here and see what we get. Well, we got a nice little pouch. It's a single knife pouch, and we got some little furry stuff in there. Always good. And we have caution, extremely sharp. And heed this warning, friends and neighbors, because everyone I know that has one of these knives, even Marianne, the owner herself, has cut themselves with one of these knives. And, you know, they are sharp. Why are they sharp? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. First off, let's look at the outside. This is the translucent jade scales, and I rather like them. They are textured. You got the little Three Rivers lines down them, and got a little titanium pocket clip like that. I don't know if that's a Benchmade style. It looks a little small for Benchmade style. Maybe I'll check that out and see, because for some of you that's going to be a short clip and you may not care for it too much. And it is, let's see, it's got quite a bit attention to it. Let's go over here at our show side. We can tip up left or right hand. Very nice. One cool thing about this is you see the G10. Very pretty. Held on by 3 screws. Well, you can take those 3 screws out and take the pocket clip off, and within just a few minutes swap to any other scale that you might have. And TRM sells these scales at a very reasonable cost. I think these are like 15 bucks for the G10 ones. And, of course, there's an upcharge for carbon fiber, and there's an upcharge for some of the micartas, but it's still very, very reasonable and very easy to swap out because you don't have to take the pivot screw apart. You see that big hole there in the scale? That pivot screw fits right through it. So no need to take the pivot screw out. You just take the scale off, pocket clip off, scale off, pop the other ones on, put the 6 screws back in the scales and the 3 screws back in the pocket clip. Good to go. That is a beautiful thing. And if you look on Three Rivers Manufacturing's website, which I'll try to remember to link down in the comments or down in the description, there are lots of different colors. Very, very cool. And the one thing you guys need to do is let me know in the comments whether you would like, whenever we got to do a video swapping the scales out, of course. So whenever I swap the scales out, what do you want, blue or white? Let me know, and we'll do the scale swap to one of these other 2 colors, and we'll do the review in that color most likely. So we've looked around the outside of it, and we're going to keep this video short, but let's open it up. One of the things that makes this a slip joint that, yes, old Zell bought is it is more like a UKPK in its action. Where if you've ever messed with a UKPK or the bird equivalent, it's got a very, very stiff back spring. And that's what we've got here. You get a hold of it with this kind of thumb hole deal, and this is one of those, there's a little bit in there, but this is one of those slip joints that's going to stay open for you. And I believe our blade is, we'll find out here real quick, make sure that's zeroed. I believe our blade is right at 3 inches or just under. Yeah, we're going to be right at 3 inches. I believe they list 3 inches on their website, and I'm showing right at 3 inches there. And that makes this knife legal in a lot of places, and being a slip joint makes it legal in even more places. It brings you modern good looks. And let's get that blade out again and get a good look at it. It is a slab of CPM 154, not 154 CM, CPM 154. And it's got TRM USA on one side and has the Three Rivers logo on the other. And let's look at this side for a sec. You see the, excuse me, you see how they've done that? That is one of the most beautiful stonewash jobs that I have seen on a, see, you can see the microphone in there, on a production blade in a long time. And I say production because technically it is production. I mean, this is probably what you would call mid-tech. But if I remember right, we're looking at about $140. So, yeah, it's a lot of money for a slip joint. But for what is essentially a mid-tech and almost a custom slip joint that's been so well thought out that you can swap the scales around easy on and all these things, very nice. Now, some other things, let's look around the knife a bit. I'm doing a lot of talking and not a lot of showing. There you go. I've got a titanium backspacer in this one. That is a bit of an upcharge. I think it's a $20 or $25 upcharge. Most of them come with a G10 backspacer, which is still cool because every color of scale they've got a backspacer to match it, which is kind of neat. But you can mix and match on the website whenever you're ordering. Even cooler. Got a titanium pocket clip, and wow. Just very nice. Best part of this, though, is very reasonably thin blade stock. We have, I got a 4mm blade stock knife laying out here for once in my, oh, there's one. I thought I might not have had one. That would have been interesting. But there's a slipstream at 4mm, and I haven't measured this one yet, but it's looking considerably thinner. We'll get the caliper right quick and give it a look. Okay, we're looking at, see if I can get that. We're looking at 0.09 probably is what they have listed. So very thin, full flat ground. Oof, that's going to be a slicey dude. Anyhow, you guys let me know what color scales you want to see on this Three Rivers Manufacturing Viator, and we'll do a video and swap the scales out, and then we'll get to the full review, and that should be cool. I'm kind of looking forward to messing with this. I'm still not your slip joint guy. If you're expecting me to be the traditional slip joint guy, not going to happen. I left the traditional slip joints in the 70s where they belong. But I do appreciate this knife quite a bit, and the company up there, Marianne and her crew, are just great folks. And we'll give this knife a good thorough looking over, a good thorough working, and get a review done. You guys let me know what color scales you want down in the comments. I'll add up the votes, and we'll do a scale swap on it. And you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.